Hey guys, this is another video game update on Sunday 3rd of February. Boom. So I haven't made a video update in about 2 weeks because life has been keeping me busy. And that sort of sucks about making indie games is that life is always holding you back from making a game. But no excuses, I guess. Anyway, so it's been 2 weeks, so there has been some work here and there, and this would be what I would consider finally a major update. Because usually I always say, yeah, there's not much changes, but now there's a lot of changes. So let me show you some cool stuff. Alright, and so I've got a whole list here, but just to quickly show you some really quick fixes, I just talk through. As you can see instantly, there's a little bit of change there, and that is due to the background. So I've just quickly added a cool background that's scrolling, and all it is just a couple of planes. There's actually 4 different planes here. 1, 2, and I've hidden the other 2, and 3, and then 4. So we make this bokeh effect. Bokeh! So thanks to Cindy's bokeh film, I actually know what the word bokeh means. So that allowed me to actually Google up some tutorials and learn how to do it. But because I got 4 planes here, I had to hide 2 of them. That's the thing about making games on iPhone. You only get limited amount of power. It's like I give you $100 to spend on a holiday, and you want to do a lot of things, but you don't have the money to. So that's really holding me back from doing a lot of cool stuff. So what originally was 4 planes, I just limit it to 2 planes now. So if I show you what 4 planes fully looks like, there's a lot of cool stuff going on. Alright, so if I press play now, they're all sort of scrolling, but I guess it's a bit more it's a bit more disturbing now. But it's actually 3 layers of scrolling effect, which would be pretty nice. So I'm just gonna dial it down to 2 layers due to saving power, and that looks still pretty okay and less disturbing now. Cool, so that's the bokeh background, and that's just a quick test to see if it looks good. The red, so it's sort of like in the veins. A minor update, but it's actually a very big deal. I don't know if you ever realized this. This is called my lasso mechanic. This little laser, and previously it's all broken. So I had to go on forums and ask for some expert advice. And after a lot of time of foruming, I finally got it to become a smooth. So if you see the other previous videos, this lasso was actually crooked and broken. So now it's actually smooth, which hopefully is just nice. But no one really sees it, but it was something that's been bogging me down for ages. So I fixed the curves there. As you can see, lots of different new stuff that you're seeing on the screen, but I'll get to that soon. One thing that I did sort of make changes was due to some new game designs. The purple has a bit change. So purple usually we hold it and it goes throughout the whole screen. It's now only limited to what's around him. So the circle only expands to around what's around him, and that would make it less overpowered. And so, yeah, it only kills that size around him. And with my new grid effect, now that everything is even, that allowed me to actually do that, where previously it would have been a mess. That's the new purple effect. Otherwise, you're probably curious what these red things are. So because of these cool circle things, that allows me to play with something called surface health. So that's a quick experiment where how you actually lose the game, what's killing you. So I guess these viruses actually killing you. So how do you portray that? And so subtly these viruses are sucking the life of this nucleus, and over time, around 8 seconds, it's gonna suck a bit out life at it. And first it turns orange. So as you can see, 8 seconds later, it's gonna turn orange. That means it's like half sucked. And then another 8 seconds later, it will be red sucked. And now it's like critical. So that's sort of one way to force you to play quicker. But what does that do? So which brings us to the next mechanic. So if you have a look, if I tap on this red virus and just blow it away, because the surface, I call it the surface is damaged. So that means no viruses will continue to grow there. Now, of course, the aim of the game now is to clear everything. So having damaged surface, stopping viruses from growing, stops you from clearing the nucleus. So to do that, I need to actually tap on the red surface, and that will bring out my repair bot. And I made this cool little repair bot guy, and they just drop down and just sort of repair the surfaces back to the original state. Right? And so, yeah, you want to keep your surfaces blue and healthy so that they will respawn viruses. Not sure why you want to heal it so you can grow viruses, but now if we kill the virus, you get this little circle that sort of scales down. So during that time limit, if you manage to tap it before it scales fully down, you will clear that surface. Well, let me show you again. Boom. Alright, I tap it. Yeah, and I can clear that surface before it starts spawning a new creep. So that's sort of a new game design implementation to clear the whole nucleus. And to do that, you need to clear it and then tap on it while it's cleared. And the red ones, while you're busy clearing those ones, other guys are getting damaged, so you need to sort of manage everyone else. So you repair bot them, so that will cost you a bit of time, and then you pop these. They stop growing, so you can either leave it there for some things, and then you do this, clear that, right? And then some cool sound as well. And yeah, that goes pretty cool. And then you just clear that and clear that. There was a lot of tapping bugs before, and due to everything is always based on tap, so now some of these are actually on release, which is actually quite important because I played this game and I sort of wondered how they got the tapping so good, and I realized from playing it they actually don't use on tap, they use on release. So when you actually tap and release, then it happens. And that actually solved a lot of my problems. So now with the release, all my tapping is now on release, and that is cool. Otherwise, what else is new? I think that's sort of it. Right? So basically, a new game design is to play around with clearing the whole nucleus. So previously it was time-based, and that didn't really work well. Or it was a score-based, where you have to reach a certain score, and that didn't really turn well. So now it's all about clearing the nucleus and saving the nucleus. So after you clear everything, it's gonna finally finish the game. Now the bomb, even though I haven't implemented yet, is also gonna damage all the surfaces around him. And so the bomb acts as also an enemy that's gonna stop you. And what else is there? Yeah, I think that is it. Alright, and when I tap, well, there's actually a random sound happening. So there's a 3 random sounds when I tap it. And yeah, and these little cool bots, drones, have cool animations as well. So of course everything has to be low poly, and I can't do over the top effects because I'm limited in my budget. So I'm still figuring this game out. But yeah, otherwise, that's probably it for this update. So quite a bigger update than usual. So yeah, would like to hear you guys' suggestions and feedback. Thank you.